Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. Red 38.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 57 the mic.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Chase Edmonds, 35 yards. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Throwing now is Geno. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Smith being chased out left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now a timeout called for by the offense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready, break. 70 Ranger.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them. Because they're really out.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner. But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The two are going to try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their 2nd touchdown of this 1st half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
No, check that.
Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Geno. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Cougar 19.
Now Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, right?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Set the tone,
Well,
defense.
partner,
Set
you know,
the tone,
coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
95.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Set, hut, block 40.
Here we go, here we go.
Black shot.
Tight end right.
Set, hut.
Tua now on first down. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 40 line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
10 cycles.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. They find some open field here. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Mike's 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Mostert, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Ready.
One more time with Mostert, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
56. I'm here all day.
Set, go.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now Tua. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
On the double.
56. Check 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Under pressure, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith dumps that off to Penny, his running back.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Now Myers.